Greetings to everyone. This is Siddharth from Hindustan College of Engineering and Technology, Department of Civil Engineering. Today we are going to see about the topic types of estimates. Actually, there are two main types of estimate. One is rough or approximate estimate, and the second one is your detailed estimate. When you're going to start one project, we can plan our estimate like this is like the budget of our project. So for this budget, we can have two methods. That is one rough or approximate method. Like I can tell this project might be coming around like 60 lakhs. That is my approximate estimate. By experience or foresight or other very thumb rules or basic calculations, I will be arriving at that at those values. And on the contrary, if I'm going to give my clients the exact amount of my project, I have to do my detailed estimate where I'll be calculating each materials, labors, and other small things together they combined, and I will be able to give the probable cost. That is, I can have deviation of 5 to 10%, but that is the maximum deviation. I can give an exact probable amount or cost of my project to the client, and that can be only calculated through detailed estimate. We will see about these two types on a very detailed manner in the upcoming slides. Here, this is required for the studies of various aspects of work or project, and it is for administrative approval. Like if you are going to start one project, like say if you are going to do one commercial project, you need to know what is the net income earned or the amount to be invested, right? It has to be justified. So this is calculated on an approximate scale. Like if you are going for a very small construction work, like one ground floor only, you cannot do a detailed estimate for a one single floor building because it is not a very worthy of time to do such huge calculations for a very small building. In that case, we are having certain methods like thumb rules. We follow these three methods on the field practice. That is, we have plinth area method, cubical content method, and unit based method, where we will be able to calculate the approximate cost of our construction on a very linear scale. That is, it is not a very exact value, but it will give a vague value about the probable cost of your construction, right? But this is totally differing from a detailed estimate. When you're going for government projects or tenders or very big projects, you need to do the detailed estimate, and this approximate estimate has to be avoided. In this slide, we will see about the three types of our approximate method. First one is our plinth area method. Right here, this is an field method where we are going to talk about the plinth area. The cost of construction is nothing but plinth area multiplied by the plinth area. Right? We are going to calculate the area of our plinth for the construction project. Right, the construction project will be having some plinth area. It will be in meter square. We are going to calculate how much amount of meter square of plinth area is there in the particular building, and we are going to multiply it by the plinth area rate. That is, we are going to fix one plinth area rate based on the location of the site. Each site will be having different locations, and for different locations we'll have different rates for plinth. For example, if you are residing in like in Coimbatore, okay, the plinth area rate might be around 1400 to it depends, like 3500 400 based on the materials or quality of the materials to be used. So this is one approximate method of estimation, and this is widely used in the field, right? People mainly do smaller construction based on this plinth area method only. And the second part is cubical content method, where we are going to study about the total cubical contents multiplied by the local cubical rate, and this is not being followed on a very larger scale in the field because this gives an the deviation part is too much in this method. So we are not going to focus much on this on the practical scale, where only plinth area method is used in the practical scale. And the next part is unit based method. For example, if you are talking about one student hostel, right? So cost per student, or a hospital, if you're talking about hospital, cost per bed, or for hostel again you can go for cost per guest. We are going to do this based on the number of people going to use that particular facility. For example, if you are talking about hostel, what is the cost for a single person, that is single student? What if you are talking about a hospital, what will be the cost per single bed? If this can be calculated, and this can be used as a unit based method for a very big constructions only. Even though these methods are available in the field, this is not actually suggested by any by means to be used in the field. Only detailed estimation is to be used for the exact calculation or the probable cost of our construction, and this has to be avoided on the as much as possible. Right, in this slide we will talk about the detailed estimate where it should be used for all projects on the field. Right, so here detailed estimates are prepared by carefully and separately calculating the cost of various items of work. You need to calculate all items of work, right? It is not various items of work. You need to calculate all items of work, whether it is a very small work or a very tiny work. It may be coming around like 8 hours of work or 16 hours of work or 1 hour or 2 hour. Every work has to be accounted here, and the cost for each item of work has to be included. That constitutes the whole project from the detailing work drawing after the design has been finalized. If your design is being finalized, you will be able to get the drawings like plan section elevation, and from that plan section elevation you need to calculate the length, breadth and height parameters, and from that you have to calculate the area in terms of meter square or volume in terms of meter cube, so that the each item of rates can be calculated, right? Sorry. The mistakes, if any, in the rough cost estimate are eliminated in the detailed estimate. If you have done some mistakes in your rough cost estimate, like a plinth area method, you have done one mistake. You are unable to find that mistake. If you are going for detailed estimate, you will be exactly pinpoint what is the mistake you have done in your detailed estimate, right? So this detailed estimate gives a clear idea about the estimation of all your projects, right? So this has to be submitted to the competent authorities for obtaining technical sanctions, particularly in tenders for contract documents. You have to submit this detailed estimate. Without this detailed estimate, your tender will be rejected, right? So here in this detailed estimate, the whole project is subdivided into different item of works or activities, right? This are actually calculated from the drawings, and this procedure is known as talking of taking out of quantities. So in the next slide, I'll explain how this quantities are being taken. The quantities for each item of work may be estimated and shown in bill of quantities, which I will be showing in the upcoming slides. And this each item of work is to be calculated should be according to the prevailing practice as followed in the various department of country. You cannot directly go and have a different kind of calculation like bill of quantity or estimation for your project. You have to follow certain rules, and there are certain formats for it, which I will be showing in the upcoming slides. Like this is your bill of quantities, and you have your serial number here, the item description of item, like I'll have earthwork here, earthwork or plastering or painting, brickwork, RCC, PCC, it will be written here, and the numbers, like if you're having number of walls, I'll have one number of wall, two number of wall, three number of wall, one wall of brickwork, two walls. You have to write your numbers here. You have to write your length here, like if you're talking about walls here, what is the length of my wall, what is the breadth of my wall, what is the height of my wall. And if I'm multiplying these three things, I'll be getting the quantity in terms of meter cube. If I'm having number of quantities, like I have a long wall, short wall, center wall or other kinds, so that will be reflecting here in this quantities, and the total quantity is quality is calculated here, and the remarks is to be written here. This is the standard format for doing all kind of estimation work. You cannot deviate from this format, because this has been widely used all over India, and this is being the accepted format for any kind of government tenders. You have to submit your tenders or contract documents with your bill of quantities. You have to submit in this format only. You cannot deviate from it. Here it is nothing but the priced bill of quantities, where we will be having serial numbers, description of item of work. Right here we'll have earthwork, and what is a unit? This unit is being already calculated, like one unit is equal to this much amount of money, or one unit, two unit, three unit. The money is written here. That is your rate, and this is the quantity. Like I have 3.25 meter cubes of work to be done. What is the rate for single unit? So what is the cost? So similarly, I'll go for number two. This will be my brickwork, this will be plastering, this will be curing, all kinds of RCC work, PCC work will be done. And at last, if I total or sum this total all this values, I'll be able to get the final cost of my project. That is the main aim of my estimation, and this format again has to be followed. You cannot deviate from this format, right? I hope you are able to clearly understand what is the basic formats followed for our bill of quantities and the estimation or taking out of quantities. So based on this table only, we are going to formulate, or we are going to calculate values for all our civil structures. Thank you.